Right now on News 4 at 6, going to court, why a man who recently ate at a local pizzeria is now suing that restaurant.
And tracking milder temperatures for your day tomorrow, but also looking ahead to some rain, possible snow to round us out for the work week. More on that in just a few minutes.
Plus, looking into leaks. News 4 Investigates takes a look at a problem at the Erie County Water Authority that is more common than you might think.
You're watching News 4, your local news leader. Now, live from Buffalo, this is News 4 at 6.
And good evening, everyone. A man who ate at a local restaurant back in September is now taking the owners to court.
He says he contracted hepatitis after he ate there. News 4's Rachel Monjovi has been looking into this for us. Rachel?
Yeah, Jackie, a Buffalo man says he got hepatitis A in September from Duino's Pizzeria in Cheektowaga. Erie County officials put out a health warning about the restaurant in October. Officials told us at the time they connected 3 separate cases of hepatitis A to the pizzeria. Health inspectors say an employee with the disease failed to tell the restaurant he was infected. Now, one of the customers is suing both the employee and the owners. The lawsuit claims the restaurant and worker were negligent in preparing food and claims the restaurant failed to properly train and educate employees on proper food preparation. Legal analyst Barry Covert, who is not part of this case, breaks down the lawsuit.
He's going to have to show that either they weren't screening their applicants very well, that he'd be very well helped if they knew or had some idea that the employee had that hepatitis A coming in, or if they could prove that the restaurant was not properly monitoring the sanitary measures that the staff are taking. So he's got a case. It's not a slam dunk.
The customer's attorney says the restaurant endangered his physical safety and caused severe permanent injuries. He says he also had to pay medical expenses. The man is asking for money for his medical bills and for his physical pain and suffering. We reached out to Duino's Pizzeria for comment, but the owners were not available. We will continue to follow this story as it develops. Rachel Monjovi, News 4.
A local photographer is accused of having a sexual relationship with an underage teen. Delshawn Trueheart faces a child pornography charge. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, a 16-year-old girl told Buffalo police that she had a sexual relationship with Trueheart. Officers say they found a video of the two having sex at his home this morning.
We seized a number of items of electronic media that are being searched, and we will continue our investigation as we attempt to sort of discern the full scope of the defendant's conduct.
Trueheart faces up to 10 years in prison if he's convicted.
A man who's accused of setting his ex-girlfriend on fire remains in custody tonight without bail. A judge denied a motion to modify Jonathan White's bail today. White is charged with attempted murder and assault. He's accused of attacking Jessica Cameron outside of Tim Hortons in December. The next hearing in White's case will be April 15th.
If it seems like water main breaks are more and more common, that's because they are. Tonight, News 4 Investigate looks at the Erie County Water Authority. Luke Moretti reports on the data that shows that this problem is more common here than it is in other parts of the country.
Water leaks.
When they happen, they happen.
And they happen. In fact, the Erie County Water Authority's rate of water main breaks is more than double the national average of some 300 other utilities across the nation and Canada.
In this case of leaks, we don't have a lot of control.
The authority estimates more than 1,100 water main breaks occurred this past year. Why so high? Authority officials point to factors that include having more corrosive soils than other regions, a freeze and thaw cycle that warmer regions don't deal with, and the age of its cast iron pipes.
We'd like to start to drive these numbers down.
Repairs are expensive, but according to Bob Lichtenthal, the Water Authority's deputy director, there are special circumstances that are not reflected in the data. For example, in some locations, the authority leases the water infrastructure from the locality and is responsible for operations and maintenance. But he says those localities are responsible for capital projects and replacing large sections of its underground water infrastructure when necessary.
We can recommend to them those mains that we feel are deficient and ought to be replaced. But that is a community-by-community decision.
Again, water main breaks are expensive. The authority's overtime costs are up by more than 20%, paying out just over $1 million last year. And last year, more than a third of its treated water was lost. Some 9 billion gallons lost from water main breaks, firefighting, and cleaning filters. That's more than triple the average rate across the country.
While that number is staggering, while we don't like it, it has been relatively consistent for the last 10 years, which gives us some hope that we're starting to stem the tide.
Lichtenthal sees a bright side. He says after 20 years, the authority is finally out of what he calls debt jail, and that it's pumping in record amounts of money into capital projects, more than half of which goes to replacing and repairing old water mains.
We now have the financial flexibility and freedom to have a capital program this year that's over $41 million. Largest in the authority's history.
But that's a drop in the bucket when you consider the Erie County Water Authority has more than $1 billion of water infrastructure work that needs to be done.
When you start looking at the magnitude of those numbers for this community, this is a long-term process.
And with a new push to increase capital spending on water pipes, Bob Lichtenthal believes the Water Authority is finally turning a corner. Luke Moretti, News 4.
Well, the UB men's basketball team hit the court in Tulsa today, getting ready for their first-round NCAA tournament game on Friday. And the UB women are also playing Friday afternoon, so a lot of fans will be looking to start their weekend a couple of hours early. News 4's Chris Horvats has more information on one watch party that is half a world away. Chris?
Maybe just take Friday off, Jackie. No one shows up in the Channel 4 newsroom. We'll see. UB alums in China, they'll be waking up around 4 Saturday morning and sauntering into the Camel Sports Bar in Shanghai to watch the men and women in action. They might just pull an all-nighter Friday. Either way, one alum who owns that bar is going to be opening his doors. That's one of at least a dozen locations hosting official UB watch parties, that is. The others are the Santora's locations on Transit Road and Millersport Highway, and these bars nationwide. Cynthia Koo Robinson is the Associate Vice President of Alumni Relations at UB, and she told me the owner of that bar in Shanghai is Mark Tepper, a 1990 graduate who's an engineer. Koo Robinson said Tepper hosted a watch party last December when the UB football team played in the Dollar General Bowl.
And he had a great turnout, so he's doing it again. It'd be interesting to see. I know that they share it on social media. With China, we cannot use our regular platform, so we have WeChat, and that's how the international alumni communicate.
And that's how UB alumni officials plan to get the word out to more than 2,000 alums living in China. Koo Robinson says many of them have never even been to the UB campus, but still want to watch those games on Friday. Those alumni teams still adding more cities and more locations to their watch party list, that is. So stay tuned. Expect to see a few more of those pop up. Chris Horvats, News 4.
And we hope you will join us tonight for our Dancing with the Bulls tournament special. That airs tonight at 7 right here on Channel 4. And you can watch Wheel of Fortune over on CW23.
Well, it's happened. We're going to turn to the weather right now as we have officially gone from winter to spring.
Can you feel it? It happened about 10 minutes ago.
We thought when we got up this morning.
Yeah, we did. That's right. Meteorologist Stevie Daniels is in for Todd Santos tonight to tell us how we are springing into this evening. Stevie?
Hey guys, yes, I'm loving these milder temperatures, and they're looking to stay pretty mild even as we head into the overnight hours. Heading into your Thursday, temperatures once again are going to soar to the upper 40s, close to that 50-degree mark, but we're not going to see a lot of sunshine. So yes, we're saying goodbye to sunshine as we head into this evening, and we're also saying hello to that cloud cover along with that chance for rain. That's going to slowly start to arrive around 10 to 11 o'clock, mainly after midnight tonight. And as temperatures kind of hover around the mid to upper 30s, believe it or not, that's actually above average considering our average high for this time of year is right around 27 degrees. But we could be dealing with some wet flakes heading into early Thursday morning before transitioning mainly back to rain showers as once again temperatures top out above normal in the mid to upper 40s. And then also tracking some snow as we head into your Friday morning into Saturday morning. We could be dealing with possible accumulating snow. Satellite radar showing that batch of moisture just off to the west, but we're also seeing that cloud cover build in from the south and west currently right now invading most of western New York. So yes, saying goodbye to sunshine and hello to cloud cover, along with rain chances, especially as we head into your Thursday. Temperatures across the viewing area sitting in the upper 40s, still hanging on to the low to mid 50s for some of us. Good evening to you. Warsaw hanging on to a temperature of 54 degrees. Down in Wellsville, holding steady to 46, and in Coudersport, Pennsylvania, holding strong to 47. We're still keeping that southerly wind flow in store for us right now, so that's keeping our temperatures pretty mild out there, if I do say so myself. But as we take a look into the next couple of days for your Friday, yes, I'm tracking possible accumulating snow showers, with temperatures topping out only in the mid 30s. So we're looking to actually struggle to hit that 40-degree mark as we round out the work week. As we head into Saturday, possibly dealing with some snow early Saturday morning before that begins to taper off. And as we head into Saturday afternoon, I'm also tracking some sunshine. Back to you guys.
And you can get some valuable advice on your taxes tonight. The Call for Action team is sponsoring an Ask the CPA night. The Buffalo chapter of CPAs will answer your questions about state and federal income taxes. You can call 879-4900 until 9 o'clock tonight.
And still to come here, moving on up. Hear what a well-known name from the South Towns plans to bring to downtown Buffalo.
You're watching News 4 at 6 with Dawn Postles, Jackie Walker, Chief Meteorologist Todd Santos, and Sports Director Josh Reed.